Good day you smooth-head fucks, it's me your boy with another video, not just any video, another Fudge review. Because my microphone hasn't come in yet. Anyway, let's just cut the shit and get to the point of this fucking cinematic disaster. In today's review we're taking a look at a German box, but not just any box, the Ferdinand. The Ferdinand is what happens when you let some guy who was making race cars and force him to make you a 65-ton tank destroyer with engines that could hardly power a blender. The Ferdinand is situated at a solid BR of 6.3 and comes after the Jagdpanther. It's at this point in the tech tree that you'll see how ridiculous tank design got. The Ferdinand has a few major downsides, such as but not limited to literally no mobility, a fresh 17,000 silver lion repair cost, close air support will mutilate you, also brain-dead teammates will lead to your downfall. All that to say that this box is not a forgiving TD at all. Also stock, it has a hard time going uphill thanks to its weak as fuck power plant that has a measly 469 HP stock and a somewhat better spaded HP of 530. But it isn't all that much better, as your tank will be having a cardiac arrest regardless of what terrain you are on. That is extremely prevalent on muddy surfaces, so good luck with this famous motherfucker stock because it ain't fun. The Ferdinand has dummy thick armor frontally, 200mm casemate and hull front. There's a small slit of armor where the hull MG port would be on the Elephant version, but the Germans said fuck you, we're gonna bolt on 100mm plates and left that hole so it's only 100mm thick in that area. However, the fucking engineers of this thing thought it'd be a good idea to angle the sides of the front and give it 80mm to where if you angle the slightest and if an enemy has a shred of a brain cell, they'll just aim for whatever side you have towards them. Your side armor follows the same value of 80mm all around this fucker, so always keep your face to the enemy. If you can go hull down, even better. As for firepower, you are equipped with arguably one of the best guns at its own tier and above. It is the 88mm Pak 43 and has -8 degrees of depression, and 14 degrees of gun elevation. It's a decent amount of depression, the elevation is nothing too remarkable, the gun is simply fantastic. With around 230mm of pen at 100 meters, and this next segment will serve as a guide to the rest of the long 88s, you will not struggle to go through some opponents, but the T26E1 Pershing will give you some trouble. But to remedy this, aim for the LFP or hull MG opening. For any British MBT like the Cent Mark III, aim for the LFP, as they do not believe that armor there is relevant. The turret is a decent spot to hit, but it has weird armor plates. The T29, 30, 32 and 34s will be a relative nuisance to you. Also aim for the LFP on them. The turret face of the T34 series is possible, but I've only done it a rare few times. For the T32 tanks, don't shoot its face as it has thicker armor than you. The Ferdinand also has a very fast reverse gear, allowing you to get the hell out of bad situations if you done fuck up like I do to my school work. Also, if you're hit in the engine, get ready to feel the pain of 10,000 suns, because if you poke out for too long or God forbid overextend from your lines, enemies will gangbang you, which is why you should strictly stay as a pussy sniper and use your bratwurst ding-dong cannon to promptly fuck over any moron who thinks it's safe to drive out in the open. The Ferdifat has 4 shell types, the main pointy APHE shell, and 3 useless fuck-off shells that are an APCR shell, an HE shell, and that useless as all hell heat shell. The shell you should only really use is that stock APHEBCHEBCHEEBEHE shell, as it can do a lot of damage. I recommended to take a 30 shell loadout. You will have ample ammo with that loadout. Modifications should go as followed: parts, FPE, more conscripts. Then go for the mobility line if you don't want to feel like you're in a discount mouse. What I meant by a fresh 17,000 repair cost is that when it's spaded stock, it's 15,000 silver cats. Crew skills, well, I guess go for tank driving, reload, and leadership. And there you smooth talking fuckheads have it. I conclude the second episode of Fudge Reviews here. I hope this helped. If it didn't, well, too bad.